the nurses that are striking right now apparently are not allowed to return to the University of Chicago Medical Center. Thousands of nurses who went on strike at the University of Chicago Medical Center were turned away from hospitals as they attempted to return to work on Saturday. On Friday, 2,200 University of Chicago nurses traded in their scrubs for picket signs. Although the nurses have agreed to a 24-hour strike, which means that they return to work on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, hospital officials said replacement nurses needed a 5-day guarantee to work through Tuesday. Hospital officials said union nurses will be allowed to return on work Wednesday, September 25th. Also related, University of Chicago Medical Center moves patients to other hospitals in anticipation for the nurses' strike at the University of Chicago Medical Center's contract with the National Nurses Union expired in April. Nurses are demanding better staffing at the hospital. They said shortages are putting patients at risk. Hospital officials said the hospital has been negotiating with the nurses since March and that the nurses' staffing levels are the best in the state. Well, according to the nurses that we talked about on the Friday show, they have said that they've been working overtime. The hospital is actually making them work in fields in which they're not professional in. Yep. They're making them work not only routinely so much that nurses are saying it's putting patients at risk. Right. There's a lack of benefits. There's a lack of real safety concerns at the medical center. And, there's a reason why 2,200 nurses are actually walking on and went on strike on Friday. It's not like they all woke up one day and said, you know what, we're just going to strike just for shits and giggles. No, there are reasons why things happen. Cause and effect. Why did it happen in the first place? So when 2,200 nurses say things are not right at this medical center and that it's not safe, it's putting patients at risk, it's putting them at risk, it's putting the hospital at risk, I think it's very fair to say that the management should actually take out the earplugs and listen. But no, what does management do? They tell them, you can't come to work on Saturday. You're going to have to wait till September 25th.
Right, because what matters to them is profit. That's why they're short staffing all these nurses, so that the people that are working that day or night or whatever shift they're working do as much work as they possibly can with the least staff possible. That's how capitalism works. And it's I'm speaking from experience. I used to work at a mental health facility, and a short staffed all the time. You get put in these situations that are very dangerous that you are not trained to do. You're not trained to
and that's
work
in. And that's what the nurses were saying.
And that's exactly what's going on here. It's like a universal symptom.
Right. And so when you have these 2,200 nurses actually step up and say, we're tired of this system, we're being overworked, we're understaffed, and you're putting everyone at risk, I think it's very fair to say that the management needs to listen. And I would hope that the city government and state of Illinois is actually paying close attention to this, because you have the management saying everything's all right, but then you have 2,200 qualified nurses actually saying something else entirely. I would hope that the political leadership in the state of Illinois, city of Chicago, and in Cook County are able to really look into this, because something is not adding up. And mind you, just a quick reminder, what we talked about on Friday, this same hospital, this same medical center, what it did to infants that are right now struggling, especially those that were born on a premature condition, and also other severe critical patients, this hospital, this medical center, decided to move all these patients to other hospitals, putting those said patients at risk, because moving them, you don't know what can happen.
Right.
But oh no, they want to make everyone vilify the teachers. I mean, not teachers, but the nurses.
The nurses, yeah.
Sorry about that. The nurses,
well, there's a lot of strikes going on.
Because they went on strike. Why did it happen? Why did 2,200 nurses go on strike? Here's why. Something is wrong there. And I think it's very important that we stand in solidarity with these nurses, because if they can't do their job, if something is not right there, then how are they going to continue to provide the services? How are they going to continue to do their job, and that's making people well?
Right.
If there's so much political red tape there, if there's so much mismanagement there, then the state of Illinois and city of Chicago need to get involved right away.
And even if you're not a nurse or a teacher, but like for the people that are striking, you should stand in solidarity with them, because put yourself in a patient position. Would you rather be in a hospital that's understaffed which is very dangerous? Or would you rather be in a hospital that you're guaranteed to have nurses and, other practitioners like walking around to make sure that you're going to be taken care of? That's what I would want. So that's why it's very important for, that's why it's clear that the people have more in common with workers than they do like management or CEOs.
Yeah.
We all benefit from, having adequate staff, nurses, and properly paid teachers. It benefits the public at large.
I agree. And, another thing too, I'm seeing a live stream chat where people are wondering how they can help. Well, the group that's standing in solidarity with them are National Nurses United. So please check them out. They're called National Nurses United. They're standing in solidarity with the 2,200 nurses that are striking at the Chicago Medical Center, University of Chicago Medical Center. And we need to get the word out and really make sure that these nurses are actually taken care of. And look, they made their promise. They were going to strike for 24 hours and then return back to work. But management decides to be petty and just continue to abuse them.
This is just like the GM strike. Remember, they took away their health care to be petty as well?
Yeah, they did that. And right now they even hired temporary nurses on staff. So the thing is, there's even a danger with that.
Scabs?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
That's the term?
Yeah, to try to break the strike.
Yeah. Yeah, so in the article it mentioned that they were going to hire temporary. It's even on the Friday show, we talked about how the management is hiring temporary nurses,
right?
Just to do that.
It's a shame because those nurses should be joining with those nurses.
We should
solidarity.
Everyone
should. You never cross a picket line.
Yeah, we should all be standing in solidarity because something's wrong. Something is wrong, and I think if we look a little bit deeper, we might see a long, sad history of corruption at that medical center. So, City of Chicago, Mayor Lightfoot, City Council, Governor J.B. Pritzker, I think you need to get involved. Something is wrong.